This morning on DC News Now, it's another cool, crisp start to the day with quite a few locations starting off into the 50s. Not so much in DC. We're starting off mid to upper 60s, but temperatures out there right now running about 3 degrees warmer than we were yesterday morning, but you'll still need that light jacket. What can we expect for the rest of your Thursday? Those details coming up.
Also coming up this morning, searching for a suspect. How you can help DC police track down the man right here in this video that they're searching for this morning.
Plus, stretching your dollar, how you can keep your costs down at the supermarket as prices rise at the grocery store.
And breaking this morning, a huge sigh of relief for commuters. Take a look. There is service, and it is happening this morning, and it's going to happen tomorrow. We'll tell you about the breaking statement from the White House that'll keep service on these train tracks into tomorrow.
All right, good Thursday morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Corey James.
Good morning. I'm Tanaya Wright. 6 o'clock now on this Thursday. But before we get to our big headlines, including more on what Joseph just mentioned, we want to get to your forecast. Meteorologist Jackie Layer has a check on our forecast. And Jackie, it is starting to feel like fall out there again.
Oh, yeah. We had the fall feel yesterday morning. Very similar out there this morning. As I had mentioned before, running about 3 degrees warmer than we were yesterday morning. However, it's not too noticeable, so you'll still likely need that light jacket or that light sweater before you're stepping out the door. As we're talking about temperatures starting off into the 50s for many locations, especially out towards the suburbs and even across much of the Commonwealth. Leesburg, though, you're coming into the low 60s at 66 right now in D.C. We're 59 in Frederick, 64 in Hagerstown. Right along I-81, we are starting off into the low to mid 50s yet again this morning. Visibility, a few locations where we're seeing some reduced visibility. 7 in Frederick, 7 miles in Winchester. However, we're down to less than a mile in Cumberland, about 5 miles in Culpeper. So please take it slow in some of those locations where we are seeing that low visibility. Radar is all clear. Looking ahead towards the setup with satellite and radar showing us we do have a little bit of this trough setting up. So this is an area of elongated low pressure. This is a little bit more of that backdoor cold front setup, and that's why temperatures will be a little bit cooler off towards the north and east compared to farther south and east across our area. But for the morning commute, low to mid 60s through about 8 a.m. By about 9 a.m. we should see those temperatures starting to warm up into the upper 60s. Later on this afternoon, those high temperatures, as I mentioned before, a little bit cooler off towards the north and east, but not too cool. We're talking mid to upper 70s. Farther south and west, though, down towards Culpeper, Fredericksburg, Madison, those temperatures will be to low 80s. In D.C., we'll be right in the middle, right around 79 degrees for that high later on this afternoon. Right now, I'll toss it over to Shanika. The very latest on traffic. How's it looking at this hour?
Well, we're still tracking delays on the 395 stretch northbound. That's right near Glebe Road, and it's slowing a lot down. So I'm going to show you another side of the traffic that you're dealing with here. You're seeing flashing lights and many cars bottlenecking to the left. So do be careful. Crews are on scene. Hopefully they can clear that mess up at this early hour. Look at that long stretch there of red, and it looks like north and southbound lanes are affected. You're seeing very heavy traffic in that area. So again, do try to stay away from Glebe Road. That's 395 right near that exit ramp to Glebe Road. Now over to 66. Watch for delays headed east. That's right near Nutley Street. We do have road work going on there. So you're seeing a tiny stretch there of delays. After that, though, you're all in agreement once you head over to that Mixing Bowl area, or if you're trying to get to the district or maybe Maryland. So overall, you're looking pretty good through Manassas, Lorton, Woodbridge. Everything is A-OK, guys.
All right, thank you, Shanika. Breaking now this morning, just moments ago, President Biden announced a tentative labor agreement has been reached with rail workers across the country.
Yeah, and this averts a possible rail strike that could have impacted thousands of commuters across the DMV. Let's get right to transportation reporter Joseph Omo, who is live at the Alexandria Amtrak station with the very latest. Good morning, Joseph.
Hey, Corey, tonight, good morning to the both of you. A collective sigh of relief for the thousands of people who are boarding those VRE trains right there behind me, and for the thousands of people who board MARC commuter trains in Maryland, as well as some Amtrak service here in Virginia. Just moments ago, let's throw up this statement from President Biden over at the White House. He said the tentative agreement reached tonight is an important win for our economy and the American people. It is a win for tens of thousands of rail workers who worked tirelessly through the pandemic to ensure that America's families and communities got deliveries of what have kept us going during these difficult years. He goes on and says these rail workers will get better pay, improved working conditions, and peace of mind around their health care costs, which was a big one that was keeping these rail unions, from making an agreement with rail companies. Better pay, improved working conditions, and peace of mind around their health care costs. All of those things are hard-earned. So guys, we were talking about disruptions potentially to the entire Virginia Railway Express network starting tomorrow. Those will not happen. I spoke to a VRE Express employee yesterday, a spokesperson who told me that if we don't have any freight service on Friday, we don't have any train service. But now that we're learning that we are going to have freight service tomorrow, that means there will be VRE service tomorrow. There will be MARC service as well. We have questions for Amtrak folks as well that we're going to try and get answered in the coming hours. But the big headline this morning, no more freight rail strike has been averted, and that means the impact for passengers who rely on these trains to get to and from work every day has been averted. Reporting here at Alexandria Amtrak Station, I'm Joseph Olmo. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Joseph. Developing now, Prince George's County Police are investigating after they say a man was shot after allegedly stealing a package. This all happened near the 4700 block of Crestview Drive in Chilham last night. Now we are told that victim has non-life-threatening injuries. New this morning, D.C. police need your help in solving a murder that happened Sunday morning on T Street in Northwest. Take a look at your screen right now. This is the man police are searching for. You can see him right here. This video was taken by nearby surveillance cameras. If you recognize him or have any information, you're asked to call police. There is a reward of up to $25,000.
Developing this morning, will bandits on the run across the DMV? A local tow truck driver says more and more people are getting their tires stolen off their cars that are parked right in front of their homes. According to Prince George's County Police, from January to May, there were more than 200 cases of wheel thefts in various parts of the county. District Towing says Toyota, Honda, and Acura are the main cars that they have seen vandalized the most. One of the workers believes tackling crime could be a solution to the problem.
Be more watchful of their neighborhoods, I guess, or try to get the police involved. But like I said, I don't think there's enough police to deal with what we got going on in today's times.
District Towing says you can invest in advanced wheel locks to increase your protection from wheel thefts.
Happening tonight, if you're traveling the Woodrow Wilson Bridge into Virginia, you can expect delays and lane closure starting at midnight, and these will go through 5 o'clock on Friday morning. Crews will block northbound left lanes on that bridge. This is all happening so that VDOT can reinstall a barrier gate on the bridge.
Your time right now is 6:07. Stretching your dollar, rising grocery prices leading shoppers to consider some cheaper options instead. DC News Now's consumer reporter Ben Dennis has tips on what to do if this is a concern for you after speaking with customers who are feeling the hurt.
It look like every day is something new.
Stiff prices on grocery store shelves.
Well, for me, it's shocking.
I mean, what do you say about them? They're high.
They'll come down eventually.
The Consumer Price Index says eggs were up 40% in August compared to last year. Butter and margarine up 29%. Peanut butter and potatoes up 15%. Fats, oils, flour topping 20% compared to 2021.
It's also really hard when you have a lot of kids.
Dr. Mary Jane Hines is a dietitian at George Washington University. She says shoppers can opt for certain frozen options, plus canned protein like tuna and salmon.
Canned tomatoes is a good choice, or canned vegetables. Frozen berries are often less than $4. You can get a huge bag of that.
She says beans can also go a long way for protein. Garlic, carrots, spinach, and broccoli tend to be more affordable too. And food banks can help families most in need.
There are a lot of resources for people that live in the area that pretty much started during the pandemic. They can help people.
Meantime, consumers navigate ways to get the best deals.
You're feeling the pinch of the prices.
Oh, yeah. I've had coming in here to do my shopping. It cost me $400 when I don't remember ever spending $250, $300 at the most.
How long do you think it's going to last until prices go down?
Probably after all the pandemic stuff, and that's probably going to be a minute.
Your time right now is 6:09. Hundreds of thousands of people are paying their respects today in Westminster Hall to Queen Elizabeth II. She left Buckingham Palace yesterday in a procession. The Queen will lie in state until her funeral, which is Monday. And of course, stay tuned for more coverage this morning as we follow the very latest out of London.
Time right now, 6:09. Virginia will soon be home to the world's largest indoor vertical farming campus. Capitol Bureau reporter Jackie DeFusco has more on the announcement from Governor Glenn Youngkin.
Well, Virginia beat out several other states for a $300 million investment from Plenty Unlimited, which will create more than 300 jobs in the Richmond area. But Governor Glenn Youngkin says the impact will be much further reaching.
The future of farming, planting roots in Virginia. 30-foot towers, run largely by robots, will grow peak season produce year-round by simulating the perfect spring day all the time. At the soon-to-be site of Plenty Unlimited in Chesterfield, a celebration of what will be the world's largest indoor vertical farming campus, featuring Governor Glenn Youngkin.
And I think it clearly places Virginia in the forefront of this next generation ag tech industries that is experiencing a meteoric acceleration.
Plenty CEO Arma Kukatai says the movement is better for the environment and much more efficient than traditional farming.
This farm will be able to produce 20 million pounds, which is about 350 times on a per acre basis the amount of produce that has been grown on a single acre.
He says growing closer to home, within a day's drive of 100 million customers, means fresher crops. Kukatai also explained that the controlled indoor growing environment means more stability, as a changing climate creates uncertainty for the food supply.
And so it not just impacts Central Virginia, but I think it impacts the world.
Youngkin says a round of recent investments like this is evidence that Virginia's economic development strategy is working, and Kukatai agrees.
We think this is going to be a great location, not just for us, but I'm sure we're going to see other players come into Virginia.
Now, the first phase of development will be a Driscoll's Berry Farm, which is expected to be complete by winter of 2023 or 2024. They're going to be debuting with strawberries, but many more crops to come, I'm told. Reporting in Chesterfield, I'm Jackie DeFusco.